What forgotten Kiddush recipes existed in ancient Jewish communities? Imagine sitting around a table, wine in hand, ready to say Kiddush, but instead of the usual bread and wine, you're served a dish that tells a story of a time long past. In ancient Jewish communities, Kiddush was more than just a blessing over wine. It was a moment that brought together local foods, traditions, and practical needs. Many of these foods have faded from memory but once played a vital role in Shabbat and holiday celebrations. Early Jewish communities often relied on foods that could be stored easily and transported without refrigeration. For example, pickled herring was a common Kiddush accompaniment in Eastern European Ashkenazi communities. It was hearty, preserved well, and symbolized abundance. Alongside it, they often served kitchel, a lightly sweetened egg cookie. These cookies were more than just treats. They required a special blessing called mezonot and turned Kiddush into a near-meal experience. This pairing was a staple but is rarely seen outside certain circles today. In some communities, spirits like schnapps or whiskey were used instead of wine for Kiddush. This was especially true in parts of Eastern Europe where wine was scarce or expensive. These spirits were considered acceptable substitutes and made the ritual accessible in colder months or in areas where wine was hard to come by. Though modern practice favors wine or grape juice, this adaptation shows how communities made Kiddush work with what was available. Ancient Jewish texts and biblical references suggest that foods like bread or challah were always part of Kiddush. While specific recipes from those early days are not well documented, the emphasis was on the blessing and sanctification rather than the exact foods served. Over time, regional variations emerged. Sephardic and Mizrahi communities often included olives, dates, or nuts in their Kiddush nosh, reflecting local produce and kosher laws. These ingredients added flavor and meaning to the ritual, connecting people to their land and traditions. As communities migrated and cultures blended, some of these customs faded or changed. Yet, understanding these forgotten recipes helps us see the diversity of Jewish life through history. Today, reviving a simple pickled fish with a sweet egg cookie during Kiddush can honor those ancient practices. It's a way to connect with the past while respecting kosher laws and celebrating Shabbat and holiday traditions. These foods reminded us that Kiddush is not just a blessing over wine but a moment rich with history, culture, and community.